Hi, I'm Calvin of Calvin's Kitchen, and I'm coming to you with another healthy helping of Christ. I'm sorry. Today I had a topic. I was talking in my prayer talking to God, and it made me laugh that He made me think about something that we as believers, and that's what we truly are. We're believers of the faith. Now, we're all not called believers. You know, the religion may be called, you may be Pentecostal or Baptist, whatever, but we're all believers. And we're followers of Christ in some way, shape, or form. 90% of the religions created today have a biblical base. So they're supposed to be following Christ in some way or another. Now, what you don't know is that in today's society, religion is so, you can create your own religion in minutes, like literally minutes, and then be considered faith-based and be non-profit. And do those three things: faith-based, non-profit, have a religion, certified religion, and you can receive all kinds of things from the federal government because of those three criteria. Now, some people do it for money. They shouldn't, but some people do it for money. Some people just do it because they don't see anything out there that's right for them. They do it so they can create some type of faith for themselves, which I don't think that's right either. But whatever. Everything has a origin story. AME, which I didn't even know about until I started going through this reading this thing. I was like, man. So they did the same Methodist thing. They did it for Africans because Africans weren't allowed to be Methodists at a time or a point in time in history. So they created their own, but it's basically the same thing. Okay. Which, it's whatever you do, what you do. That's what you do. But I was laughing because he said, talk about some of the religions. Some of the lesser known religions, but still religions. Now these, I've had 8. We're not going to go over all 8 of them because there's no need to. You'll get the idea at the beginning. What I want this video is to tell you is to be careful what religion you're following, what your beliefs and faiths truly are. Because if you don't know where it came from, you could be following something that's totally not who you are. So, without further ado, one of the first religions I looked up at was Scientology. I'm sorry. This religion was basically this. It's a body of religious beliefs and practices created in 1954 by American science fiction author L. Ron Hubbard. Now, let's stop right for a minute. A science fiction author made up his own religion in 1954. Okay, he made it. Then this is the reason behind it. Now, what's the reason behind it? After he developed Dianetics, the Dianetics Foundation entered bankruptcy, and Hubbard lost the rights to his seminal publication. So he was doing science, Dianetics, and he lost that funding for it. He lost the funding for it. He then recategorized the subject as a religion and named it Scientology, retaining the terminology, doctrines, and e-meter, and the practices of auditing. Within one year, he regained the rights to Dianetics and retained both subjects under an umbrella of Church of Scientology. Okay, this man created a religion because he was losing funding for testing that he was doing. And because he was losing that funding for that, he recategorized it under religion so he could receive funding from a different source to do what he wanted to do. Once the funding came back online, he then used both of them. Really? Really? The faith he has is not in the faith in a higher being. The faith he has is in the science that he was creating. The reason behind why he did it, because he was losing funding. He had to find a way to get funding. The only way he could do it, get him a grant from the government for a non-profit organization. Another one I'd like to talk to you about. The Temple of Psychic Youth. This is now the reason why I laughed when I did this one, when I read this one. I said, okay, don't get me wrong. There are such things as psychics. Just like inside of Christians, they have people called prophets. They're on opposite sides. To explain it, the easiest I can explain it is that psychics receive their information from demons or the evil or hell, or however you want to, what's best for you. Prophets receive their information from Christ or from the angels, from heaven. Okay, that's how you categorize the two. So let me tell you about this one. The Temple of Psychic Youth was created in 1985. Exists to promote a system of functional demystifying magic, utilizing both pagan and modern techniques. It is a process of individual and collective experimentation and research with no finite answers or dogmas or unchallengeable truths. It is a collective experimentation to search with no infinite answers. For each to discover his or her own understanding of three questions that suggest themselves, and through the voyage of discovery to find their personal true identity. So, they created religion so that if you ask a question, you are then sent on a quest to prove that question by denying magic or demystifying what it is. Why did it happen? What did it happen? So that you can reach your own conclusion and call it your faith. The crazy thing about that is that how are you going to give a question, answer a question, and then have no validity with the question? It's just crazy to do something like that and not just to make your own. Yeah, just to pick up a book and say, I got a question about this, and I'm going to make a religion about it. That is not. That's one of the craziest things I've ever heard, but it is an actual religion. And that's why you have to understand something. What the church that you may be going to, or the religion that you may be following, has to have a basis behind it. You have to be able to see it, understand it, and believe in it to follow it. I have a few more, but there's one more I wanted to speak about. And the one I want to speak about is called Universe People. Now, this religion was this religion. Let me read this religion to you. Universe people, or cosmic people of light powers in the cosmos. UFO religion founded in 1990. The center of Ivo A. Brenda. Their belief system is based upon the existence of extraterrestrial civilizations, communicating with Brenda and other contactees since 1997, telepathically, and later even direct personal contact. So, and I'm not denouncing the presence of extraterrestrial beings. I'm not doing that. What I am saying is that they made a religion for it. They created a religion of people walking around stating that they've been contacted either telepathically or directly from extraterrestrial beings. And they made this into a religion. And right now, these religions that I just read to you are true religions. They are under the umbrella of non-profit organizations. They are privy to monies and the same profits as Christianity. Why did I bring this up to you? The reason why I'm bringing this up to you is this: when you get saved, when you make up your mind to step over into that place where you believe, understand that faith is not a religion. It's a relationship. It's a relationship with you and someone that is greater than you are. A being that can catapult you from one place to the next place, from one form to the next form. They can lift you up. Be careful. Be careful when you join these places. Be careful that you're not joining a cult. Be careful when these pastors are telling you to do certain things that you don't think may be right. Read, study for yourself. Take their Bible. Read it. Take another Bible from someplace else. Read it. See how they coincide. Think of life. Think of the moralities. Take time. Don't just join the first place that you get. Take your time to understand that the place that you join is not only for you, but it's for your entire family. Take your time to understand that this thing that you do is not just a weekend thing. It's a lifestyle change. And see your vision as it's coming. Listen, no one truly knows what is the correct religion. No one will know until we die. Everyone thinks that their religion is right. Baptist, Pentecostal, Methodist, everybody thinks that their way of worshiping is the right way. But I've yet to see one come back from the dead and tell us which way is the right way to go. What I want to say to you is be careful. Understand that this Christian walk, however you choose to walk it, is about a relationship. It's not about a religion. I'm Calvin. This is Calvin's Kitchen. I hope you've been blessed from this. And as always, keep it hot, boy!